Hello to you, and thank you for clicking and tuning in. You can call this a vlog, you can call it a blog, you can call it a podcast. Basically, I just need to document what happened this past Labor Day weekend because it was crazy and I needed a place to share all of it, and you are the lucky ones who get to hear about it. So here we go. Without further ado, the Labor Day weekend intro, I guess. Here's what went down. Been going to Lake of the Ozarks with Melissa for 8 years or so, right? This year we were going to stay at Eric Bowman's uncle's house, my buddy Eric from Pontiac. So we left Wednesday morning, got down there Wednesday right around lunchtime. I've got a key to the house. I got the address and the GPS. Backwoods, Ozarks, gravel roads, about to get stuck because I'm pulling the jet ski, but I wanted to go to the house first. Anyways, we get to the house, you walk down a whole bunch of steps, Melissa's behind me, and we're like, oh, they must have cats, because there was those like carpet pillar things that cats would play on outside on the porch. Oh, that's cool. And I go to put the key in the door opens, dogs start barking, and people are in the house that is supposed to be empty. So we shut the door, run up the stairs, get back into my car. I call Eric. As I'm on the phone with Eric, the owner of the house comes up the stairs, big burly guy, pot belly, shirt off, and he is just mean mugging Melissa and I while I'm in the car. I'm on the phone with Eric like, hey, let me call you back. I gotta go clear up with this guy that I didn't just like break an entry and was breaking into his house. So I get out, I go talk to the guy. I apologize. I said, hey, I'm looking for blank residence. And I said Eric's family's last name, his uncle's last name. And the guy's like, I've lived here for years, never heard of that last name. And I'm like, well, I apologize. I must have the wrong address. I'm going to call my buddy back and see if I can get it figured out. So got back in the car, called Eric, and I told him, I go, hey, I'm just going to walk this road and read you the names that are on the front doors, because a lot of lake houses are like, welcome to the Smith's house or whatever. So I start reading names, and none of them are the last name that he told me. And then I get to one, I'm like, dude, it says Keith on it. Well, that was his first name. So there we go. We were 6 houses away. Come to find out, his uncle had a typo and texted him the wrong address. So yeah, that's how the Ozarks trip started, was basically breaking an entry into a house in the backwoods of the Lake of the Ozarks. So not too bad of a start. So that was Wednesday, and then Thursday was a great day. Thursday, it was hot, it was sunny. We went out on the jet ski. Eric and his girlfriend Melody rented a jet ski. It was awesome. We were grabbing dinner at a restaurant on the lake called Coconuts. It was about 5:30, because on jet skis you have to be off the lake before dark because you don't have lights. So we ate kind of an early dinner. When we sit down for dinner, Melissa's mom calls her, and Melissa's mom is watching our dogs, Divot and Barkley, #DivotVerseBarkley. Follow me on Instagram at @TheRealDJBlake to watch races every day. Anyways, we get a call, and Melissa's mom says, hey, Barkley hasn't come back yet when I let him out to run around and go to the bathroom. Well, that's strange and odd, because Barkley always comes back. He's a scaredy dog. He never goes very far. So we said, hey, we're sitting down for dinner. Call us back in like 20, 30 minutes. So we get another phone call. Melissa takes it, and still no Barkley. So Melissa's aunt and uncles drive out to her mom's house. They have a little search party. Still nothing. So we leave the restaurant on the jet skis, and Melissa's like, hey, it's getting dark. We need to decide if we should come home So we decided to come home. Melissa had to get on the jet ski and meet me at the dock where I had the trailer. So she takes the jet ski out on the lake. Once again, it's getting dark. She got turned around. It got dark. She calls me. She's like, hey, I missed the cove. I don't know where it is to find you. I'm going back to the house. We'll leave first thing in the morning. So that night, Thursday night into Friday was a mess. Barely slept. They had a search party for Barkley until 10 o'clock at night. Nothing. So I wake up early in the morning. I run down to the dock. I'm getting everything packed up and ready to go. Like, what is that noise? Come to find out, that was Mother Nature, and she unleashed one heck of a storm on us. And we can't go in the water when there's lightning. So we didn't get to leave the Ozarks until about 8:30. We made it back to Melissa's mom's like 1:30, and we just walked fields. Cornfields and bean fields. That's all they're surrounded by. We walked for probably 4.5 hours. Still no Barkley. Nothing. We're about to call it a day, go in and eat, and we were just going to stay at her mom's house, and hopefully he would come home. Then we heard a noise in the field. Now, after you're in a cornfield for a while, your mind can play tricks on you. So we're like, was that him? Was it an owl? Was it a coyote? It's getting dark. We didn't know. Then we heard it again. So we're like, all right, the field that we heard it was a 1/2 mile of corn and then a 1/2 mile of beans. So we decided to walk that cornfield, get to the beans, and if we hear it, great. If not, we'll call it a night. We walked the field of corn, 1/2 mile, get to the beans. Didn't hear anything. Yelled, whistled, clapped, heard it again, heard the noise again. So I said, all right, let's walk the beans. Let's walk it. So we start walking, we're clapping, we're yelling. Nothing. Don't hear anything for a while. Then we do hear something. And I was like, okay, we're getting closer to whatever this is. So we start walking again. Then we heard nothing. Anyways, we get about 3/4 mile down in beans, and we heard a loud one. And I was like, that's him. That's gotta be him. So I take off running, and then I stop, and we heard it again, and I go, okay, Barkley, hey, I'm not moving. And I start clapping and whistling and just yelling his name. Then I heard his collar, and then I held him up like this. I held him up like Simba, like this. There he is. We found him in a bean field. 24 hours he was lost. And if you guys know anything about Barkley, he's not really the street smart one. That's usually Divot. So how that little guy, this guy right here, how this cute little face survived 24 hours out in the middle of a corn and bean field, we will never know. Never know. But we got him back. Our Ozarks trip was ended a little early, but we got the dog back. Mission accomplished. A 24-hour game of hide and seek that Barkley lost. We won. So we got him back. Now, that's pretty much it, and I will just show you the rest of what happened over Labor Day weekend.
Oh! Oh! Ah!
Still rolling.
Oh, goodness. Oh, don't put him down.
You're not going anywhere.
Whoa, 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 yeah, we are in the place of, yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Just. Come on.
Yeah, throw it off there.
Oh, I can't even hold it. Dribble it up first.
You gotta get above the rim.
4 feet from it.
Hey,
Come on, 40 seconds. Instagram likes 1 minute video. Let's go.
5.
Jeez. Let's go.
10,
Snapchat doesn't allow
Yeah.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.